So happy Ash Wednesday to my fellow pilgrims as we make our way now onto the road to Easter. Today begins this season of Lent, 40 days, except for Sundays that end up on Easter. For me, it's a special season, a time of pilgrimage, a time of honesty and confession. And today is Ash Wednesday. I already had the most special sacred experiences in the parking lot as people drive through, and I was able to say those sacred words. Remember what? Remember you are dust, and to dust you shall return. How humble that kind of thing is. How it gets us back to our best identity. That we aren't anything more than dust, and to dust we shall return. And so what does that mean for us? Tonight I will place the forehead on your forehead, the sign of the cross, the one that reminds us of the sacrifice that Jesus gave that we might have life and have it abundant. Growing up, I never had Ash Wednesday in any of the churches growing up, and I never had it in any church I pastored until I came to this church. And now, for me, it has become one of the most sacred, if not the most sacred services of the entire year. So I hope you're going to come out at 6:30 tonight and be a part of that, or drive through the parking lot if you see this before 12:30 to 1:30. But as I've come to understand Ash Wednesday and the season of Lent better, for me it's taken on not just an obligation. We sometimes hear, I'm going to give up something for Lent, and we talk about chocolate or candy or kind of almost make light of it. To me, the season doesn't require us to fill all the blanks of oughts and shoulds. I'm always scared when I hear those words because I know they can't motivate us but so much. But I think of the season more as a season of renewal. I have to every now and then stop and take an inventory of my spiritual life. How am I doing? Am I growing? Am I really confessing honesty about my sins and my brokenness? Lent invites us to do all that, to be honest in our confessions, knowing that He is faithful and just to forgive us of all our brokenness and all our mess, and to discover in honest ways how deep and rich is His salvation for all that we need to be saved from. So it's a season of renewal. I have a devotional book that I use on Wednesday night, starting next week. I'll be teaching, I hope you'll come to that, a fantastic book about the Lazarus life. But it's also, for me, a season where I get away from going through rituals, but get into something more real. It's a time where, as it were, maybe a Sabbath kind of experience. The Sabbath was never meant to be just legalistic as something you're supposed to do. It was meant to be a blessing where you change the atmosphere and the routines of your life and come to have a holy rest where something new can grow inside of you. And so I'm making my way to Easter. I'm on a journey. And so I invite you to be as well. Today we start that journey. What is it that God is wanting to plant in your soul? What renewed spirit is He wanting you to experience? This season of Lent is so powerful. It's so beautiful that we go through what we go through, knowing that the end of the story is Easter, our highest celebration. So tonight, my sacred gift to you is to place your identity right where it belongs, on your forehead, the mark of the cross, what Jesus Christ did for each of us. So happy Ash Wednesday. May it be a season of Lent that changes and transforms all that you are. And that's the gift that God has given us in Jesus Christ. Amen.